Okay, last night when we did this was around about 11 o'clock. We did this when we draw this chart up, and we had went over some things over here. So what I want to show you is we drew up on the 1 hour chart, and I'm going to show you 15-minute entry. And basically, this chart had so you had your ADR, TP for Tuesday by Wednesday. So ADR basically just 67 pips here. So I'm basing off this market should have went 67 pips, and it didn't go 67 pips. So on Wednesday, I'm looking for the market either come up here or either down here where you see where it says Tuesday sell, because this market didn't go. So whether the total market went up, the range was 67 pips, or the ADR was 67 pips down, and basically that's just the total range from the high to the low. So if we measure that, maybe we'll go on the chart, the next chart, and we'll measure and see how further to go, and then they'll let you know. So for example, if this went 47 pips, right, which means on this day, I should at least get 27 pips to add on up. So it'll be 27 pips on top of whatever the projection is here. So if this is 67, and this is 67 when this is finished, though, I might get anywhere from 90 pips in one day. So that's why you got these ADRs. See, this is Wednesday buy range. So here, if this thing goes 67 pips, this should at least be my first TP. So it'll be here plus another 27 that I didn't get over here. So moving along, we talked about if the market break up out of this, and we mark, you got your aggressive zone up here, and you got your conservative on here, and you have 50% in the middle. Same thing here. If it sells down, this market breaks down, you're looking for aggressive entry here, or you want to maybe place your order here 50%, or you're just going to be conservative. And so all down here, these are your TPs. Real simple. And that's all I'm looking at right now for this chart. So I'm going to go to the updated chart to let you know how everything played out. So I come here, I'm just going to launch this chart. And let's see, where does it take me? Close out that. So, of course, we had some alerts set on that chart. Yeah, okay, got an alert about 9 o'clock this morning. So, with that said, this is what we had. So, that was 1 hour. So this is 15. This was the alert. So the alert was if this market closed above this level right here, right at 65, 699. If it closes above, you get a candle close, whether it's 5-minute entry or 15-minute, or you want to do a 1 hour. That's what we was looking for. Now, did we get that? No, we didn't get no breakout above. But what we did get was you had this Asian session. We talked about the consolidation Asian session form, right? Then this market started going down. In the midst of this market going down, remember this red area down here? This is that red zone. Although we still Asian session had that red zone. The market broke down, but it created a fair value gap. So what happened? There was a fair value gap. I want to say on the on the lower time frame. I want to say maybe the 5 minutes, and it ended up going like 21 pips. So you could have got in somewhere up here. So it was a fair value gap on the lower time frame, and we'll be able to see that. But just know that this was a fair value gap the market with. But if you didn't get the fair value gap for 21 pips sell, what you end up getting was this right here. You end up getting, it broke this candle broke below here, and then this candle right here gave us our entry. This was the retest counted as the entry. Now in the 5 minute, you actually got multiple entries, but if for 15 minutes you got here and here, you had 19 pips, and that went like 2 pip drawdown. Now this market went up, it went downhill. Why did it go down here? Remember when we drew up earlier, this was a fair value gap right over here. This was a fair value gap on the 15 minutes. So this fair value gap right here, right? So this same zone, keep your eye on this zone below. This is where you would have put your buy entry, but the market went up over there. So you could place your, I'm gonna clone that. Conservative entry could have been down here, right? And your 50%, you clone that. Your 50% entry could have been here. But did we get that? No, we got the aggressive entry, which was here. We got the A. So the market came down here and it bought up, and this went as much as 35 pips. This went as much as 35 pips, right? Now, as this market went up, it created a fair value gap from right here. This candle right here, this candle right here was a fair value gap. It went up, and then this market came back down in here, and that's how you got this entry. Boom. Now, that was a buy entry. Now, this market went here, it went in consolidation. In the midst of that consolidation, it created a fair value gap on the 5 minute time frame. And I'm going to show you on the 5 minute what that looks like. I'm going to show you. So you got a 5 minute entry, and that gave up 45 pips to the downside. Now, as this market was going down, once again, you got this red zone right here. You got to close below. So if you don't get the retest back into this lower red zone, look what you did get. You got a fair value gap right here. This was the fair value gap. Let me color that in for you, let you see that that was a fair value gap right here. And this market went there. Boom, it came down. They gave you 20 to 24 pips. Sell. Now, remember that ADR that I was talking about for Tuesday? The market did try to come down here. It just, that's how much it missed it by. That's right here. Wick here, it didn't touch it. So with that said, moving along, you see this market came down here, boom. So when this market went up here, now it's in consolidation. This is the current market right now. So I want you to keep an eye on this zone right here, this green zone. Anytime you doing anything with a zone, right? So when this market, if you look, when this market came down, it never went back into this zone. So it came down, and it didn't come to move this. It didn't come back in here. You see these wicks, it didn't come back in here. So the market came down. So when this market came here, this zone right here, right? You could have entered. You could have entered. Although this green zone for buying action, right? Because I'm talking about the sell, but for buying action, yes. This is the aggressive up here, 50% conservative. But if you was looking for a sell, because this market came down here, it never came back into the zone, never gave you a retest. This is your sell area. And if you enter here at best, you get 9 pip drawdown. But look, it's this market, if you play, and I really didn't even label that, but I'm going to show you, if you was playing the 50% of the zone for the sell from right here, that market actually went 43 pips. So, and that was, I'm just gonna go ahead and just label it right now. I'm calling it. So here, and that was a 50% entrance. That was 50% entry for 43 pips sell. That's what that gave you. I didn't list that, but it's just extra stuff. I can't tell you everything. It's just stuff you learn over time. But that was a possible scenario if you was entering there. So I'm gonna move these off. You should know by now, aggressive, conservative, and in the middle. Just move that off. And we're gonna follow back up. I might come back on here and see what happens. Well, the market is closed on Thursday. So whether the market opens back up on Friday is different. But as of now, tomorrow Thanksgiving, so the market is gonna be closed. So you're not gonna get any trades. If you do, it's I don't know if Australia celebrates Thanksgiving, but in the U.S. You might not get much movement, even though this is Audi. If Australian market's still open, they're not celebrating Thanksgiving, you might be able to sell. So more to follow on that. But that concludes this short video, and we'll talk about this later. Once again, this is AUD USD. And for all points and purposes, I am not a financial advisor. Don't claim to be. I'm not an expert. I'm not going to tell you where to sell. I'm not going to give you any entries on, hey, buy here, sell here. I'm only just marking up, showing you areas of special entries. What we didn't talk about, we talked about the 4-hour high and the 4-hour low. So what happened with this was a 4-hour high later on, like 6 o'clock in the morning, because this place took a night. So what you got here, you had a 4-hour high and you had a 4-hour low. So what we had here was this market, where you see these dotted lines, that broke the 4-hour high, the 4-hour low. You're looking for a retest, and there was never, let me see, retest. You never got a retest, but it did create a fair value gap. And I'm gonna show you where the fair value gap, and this will be your fair value gap here. This is your fair value gap. We on the 15-minute chart, but this is a 15-minute fair value gap. And what I do with this, I'm gonna go over here, call out, just so we know what that is. And that is a 15-minute fair value gap. That's 15-minute fair value gap. Just know, we know what fair value gaps is. So that was created, so the market did not come back up in here. But we're gonna go down to a lower time frame. So now, that same area that we was talking about, you never got, I was looking for a 4-hour retest. That's what this dotted line is. This dotted line, that was a 4-hour low. And, well, actually, it did break. So, this 4-hour low, it broke here with this candle right here. And you got a retest on this candle. And this candle went, if I counted it, let's see. If you took the 4-hour entry, whether you took the 27 pips, that went a total 39 pips off that entry. So if you took the 4-hour on that, if you took the 4-hour, if you took this candle, you got in on this candle, and we're not going to talk about spreads and stuff like that now. You may or not have got wigged into that, but this right here was a 4-hour retest on the 15-minute chart. That's what that was. This was for our retest on the 15-minute chart, and that gave you, as we said before, it gave you 39 pips. Easy. So that was that, and that was, well, actually technically, correction, this was 5 minute. This was a 5-minute chart. So that was an entry right there on the 5-minute chart. You got a 5-minute retest. It broke here, and then it retested. So I think it was another entry back here. What I was saying, there was a 5-minute. It was here. So this right here, that fair value gap that I was talking about, that was a 5-minute entry. That was a 5-minute entry. That's what that was. So that's that, and we'll follow back up with this, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.